When I was studying at Harvard, some friends of mine and I created a website called FaceMash. FaceMash basically used photos compiled from the 9 Harvard houses, and we placed 2 people next to each other and asked users to choose which or who was the hotter person. I remember thinking at the time that I'm a bit of a jerk for doing something like this, and it'll probably get shut down really quickly. And sure enough, we were shut down just a few short days later, but this didn't stop me. Later in the next semester, I started writing the code for the then named the Facebook. I finished the site, and we sent out an email to 300 people. By the end of the night, we were like watching the registration process. Within 24 hours, we had between 1,200 and 1,500 participants. The Facebook rapidly expanded within 2 years to everyone of ages 13 years and over with a valid email. I created Facebook not just to enable people to send messages to each other easily, but also as a representation of the empowerment of people to freely express and communicate their ideas, thoughts, and experiences. It's a social utility that connects people with friends, family, and others who work, study, and live around them. Users can create profiles, share photos, and lists of personal interests to exchange public or private messages. Users can also join up to 200 groups according to their interests and areas of expertise. The following is an example. Of social networks in plain English.
Networks get things done. Whether it's sending a letter or lighting your home, networks make it happen. To get from Chicago to Santa Fe, we need to see the network of roads that will get us there. We see that Chicago is connected to St. Louis, which is connected to Dallas, which is connected to Santa Fe. Of course, people networks can help us with finding jobs, meeting new friends, and finding partners. You know how it works. Bob is your friend, and he knows Sally, and Sally's friend Joe has a job for you. This is a network of people, a social network. Yay! The problem with social networks in the real world is that most of the connections between people are hidden. Your network may have huge potential, but it's only as valuable as the people and the connections that you can see. Boo! This problem is being solved by a type of website called a social networking site. These websites help you see connections that are hidden in the real world. Here's how it works. You sign up for a free account and fill out your profile. Then you look for people you know. When you find someone, you click a button that says Add as Friend. Once you do this, you and that person have a connection on the website that others can see. They are a member of your network, and you are a member of theirs. What's really cool is that you can see who your friends know and who your friends' friends know. You're no longer a stranger, so you can contact them more easily. This solves a real-world problem because your network has hidden opportunities. Social networking sites make these connections between people visible. Like a map for a highway, they show you the people network that can help you get to your next destination, whether it's a job, a new partner, or a great place to live. Your network is suddenly more useful. You can get started at these sites: LinkedIn, Facebook, and MySpace. I'm Lee Lefevre, and this has been Social Networking in Plain English on the Common Craft Show.
Hi kids, my name is Anne Anderson. Hi. Now I'm no expert, nor does my work have any relevance whatsoever, but today, for some unknown reason, I will be discussing Facebook and the relevance it may have with you and on your career as a film producer. Okay, so social networks have made and will continue to make a difference for you as emerging practitioners in the film industry, because these sites help you to see connections that are hidden in the real world. Now you can see who your friends know, and whose friends know, and who friends, you get the idea, meaning that you're no longer a stranger anymore, and you can therefore make contact with potential employers more easily. So as an example, just picture this. It's 5 years on from graduation. Proud parents who paid for your graduation as well. Lovely and happy to see that you're working in the drive-through at a McDonald's restaurant for $13.25 an hour, making great money there. really feeling a bit sad about the fact that that's your job when you haven't done really anything in the film industry at all, and all your classmates are off living a high life without you. So you may be asking yourself how Facebook can help change some of this. Well, I have the answer. Facebook will allow you to keep in contact with people who you may have otherwise lost contact with, like Melanie White. Now, Melanie could, and well, let's face it, most probably will be, running her own lucrative production company, making amazing new films, making lots of money, and generally being awesome. She could be looking for someone to work as a PA on the next big film. For instance, Harry Potter and the Loose Nail in the Hallway, something like that. Or she could be married to Peter Jackson, and he could be making some kind of feature film, like he has been recently. So if you were friends on Facebook, still, if she hasn't deleted you because you're weird and stalk her, then you could message her. She could talk to Peter Jackson, or you could, you could battle her out in Mafia Wars, send her a few pokes, send her one of those weird gift things, start the whole weird courtship thing going on, send her a rose bush every day.